welcome to another video from ES for Business and Life. And today we will be covering the vocabulary for our beginner's book, and this corresponds to Unit 10. Let's begin. Today we will learn adjectives. For example, you are intelligent. Okay, well, before we continue, there are some important things to know or to remember. The very first thing is that adjectives describe nouns. Remember, the nouns are names of things such as car, dog, Mexico. Everything that has a name is a noun. Okay, they also normally go before nouns. This means this is before and this is after. So don't forget that. But we say normally because there are different cases or situations. But right now we will cover adjectives that go before nouns, or structures in which adjectives go before nouns. The third thing to know is that they have different endings. They have ed endings, they have ing endings, y endings, use or us endings, and full endings. There are other endings, but right now these are the most common ones. More specifically, today we will check negative adjectives and positive adjectives. By negative, we mean that they express or describe something bad, or something, in this case, negative, about the thing we are describing. We have 6 common negative adjectives, and we will check their pronunciation right now. Please repeat after me. Awful, awful, awful. Awful means very bad. For example, it can be an awful movie, an awful situation, an awful class, etc. We also have noisy, noisy, noisy. Noisy comes from the noun noise, which is sound, very loud sound. For example, a concert is noisy. A stereo in high volume is also noisy. The next one is terrible, terrible, terrible. Terrible is just like in Spanish, it has the same meaning, which is something also very bad. Then we also have bad, bad. Well, bad is a very common adjective, is the opposite of good. We also have boring, boring, boring. Boring is a situation, or it can also be a noun, that makes us feel, makes us sleep. For example, it can be a class, a movie, even a person can be boring. Also, we have sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Sloppy means informal or not professional. Sloppy can be a presentation, a class, even a person too. Let's continue. We have some examples now. We have, his presentation was very sloppy. He used a very bad PowerPoint presentation and the images were boring. As you notice here, we have sloppy and we also have boring. You can also add more emphasis if you insert the word very. Very sloppy, very boring, very terrible. Well, very terrible not, but not very common. And the second one, we have, that is a terrible movie. Everything from the beginning to the last scene is horrible. One more time, we have 2 adjectives, negative adjectives, to describe the movie. Remember that movie is a noun. And also, as you notice, we have the adjective before the noun. Let's move on. Okay, the next part is positive adjectives. So positive adjectives talk about something good about a noun, a place, a person, or an animal. Let's repeat them. The first one is good, good, good. And this, again, is the opposite of bad. We also have fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Fantastic is just like in Spanish, just that we would be adding an O there. Sorry for the Spanish. The third one is amazing, amazing, amazing. So we can say that amazing is a synonym or a very similar word, very similar to fantastic. They mean excellent or very good. Another synonym or similar word is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so you can use, to describe something very good, you can use wonderful, fantastic, or amazing. The next one is delicious, delicious, delicious. This is normally referred to food when food is good and it has a good taste. We say that it's delicious. The next one is interesting, interesting, interesting. Interesting refers to a book or a movie. It is the opposite of boring. We have some examples with positive adjectives. We have, my best friend has a very good car. It costs a lot of money. Okay, we have the word good. We can also add some emphasis if we put the word very. And in the second example, this book has a fantastic plot. I know the ending will be wonderful. So in the first part, this book has a fantastic plot. Remember that the adjective goes before the noun, plot. And also, we say that it's fantastic. And the prediction is that the ending, the end, will be wonderful, which means a very good thing. It will be amazing. It will be fantastic too. We can also repeat fantastic. Okay, so we have some contrasting between something good and something bad. In the example, the movie had a great introduction, but later on the story became very boring. So it means that in the beginning, or in starting the movie, it was very good, but somehow, as time passed, it became boring. One more time, we have a word for emphasis there. Another one, contrasting a good thing and a bad thing, is she is beautiful, but her personality is terrible. We're talking about a woman or a girl that looks pretty. She's pretty. She's attractive, but the personality is not very good. Her personality. The last one, his English is not perfect, but he can communicate very well. Here we have the adjective perfect, but we're making it into a negative thing by only adding the word not. And also we have this one that is not an adjective. And right now we're not going to explain why it is not an adjective. Just know that right now. One last thing, just remember that practice makes master. So that means that it's very important to practice every day, as much as you can in any situation you face. Practice your English. And well, thank you very much. I'll see you on our next video for Unit 11. Goodbye.